was deflated.
I know. I thought it was deflated too.
I was like,
oh
shit, what's happening?
Did all the adults come over there like, couldn't get suffocated?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, we'll warm up. Cool, so yeah, I was going to ask about the challenge. Well, good stuff. So, drop a bad habit today. Me and Marnie were talking about it, like, mine could be like not eating after 8. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'll figure something out by midnight tonight. Something along.
I've been waiting for this one.
Dude, he is sober and it's his birthday. Okay, that is amazing.
I'm dropping that bad habit.
Well, happy birthday, Brandon. Thanks for coming to yoga. I was going to bring you some god-awful like donut and then like give it to you at the end, but we were running late, so I'll buy you a drink. Alright, so let's come to a comfortable seated position. Move our flesh from our sit bones, just grounding down into the earth. Just taking deep cleansing breath. Just letting your shoulders just slide down your back. Visualizing your 7th chakra, that's your crown of your head. We can go ahead and open that, plugging up into the universe, into the Milky Way. Connecting with our breath, letting our mind slow down. One sure way to always get your mind back is to focus on your breath. Just moving it up and down our spines. If we want to set an intention, we can do that now too. What a nice winter night we have, so let's just be in the stillness that the snow creates when it just makes everything quiet and still. Let's engage our 3-part breathing now, Ujjayi. So we're just going to be our abdomen, our chest, our 5th chakra, and our throat. It's like there's a beam of light just coming down through the top of our head, going all the way down our spine, and just rooting us down through the earth. And while it's doing that, it's filling us with the light. With each breath we take in, we're also bringing in fresh life. Exhaling out negativity. So we're going to do our Kapala body breathing. So we're going to take our left hand making the Shin Mudra. And then in our right hand, we're going to use our middle finger and our thumb. So I'm going to let us kind of use our own breath here more than me counting so much. We're going to use the stillness and the quietness that this blanket of snow created. So we're just going to, I'm going to tell you the count. So we're going to inhale all together. We want to retain for 10. Exhaling as we wish, inhaling as we wish, retaining for 10. Out the other side, in the other side, retention. So as big of a breath in as we can take to the very top of your lungs, exhaling. We're going to start though, make sure we start breathing in the left and make sure we finish on the left. So let's start together. We know that when we start this breath, we engage our stomachs, we bring them up towards our, up towards your solar plex, so you kind of like flex it. And we're going to inhale 3/4 of the way, get that flex, and then we're going to exhale through the left nostril. So everyone exhale through the left. Inhaling up as long as we need. Retain retaining. And in our head, doing a nice slow backwards count from 10. Maybe we're 2, 1-ish. We're going to lift the right nostril, exhaling out. And then inhaling. And retaining at the top of that breath for 10 seconds. Releasing the left side. Inhaling. Retaining for 10 here. A nice smooth count backwards. Lifting up the right nostril. Closing the left. Exhaling and then finding a big inhale. And retaining. And exhaling out the left nostril. We can take our right hand down in Chin Mudra on our other knee and take just a few just cleansing breaths. So through your nose, big abdominal breaths, cleansing, waking up our respiratory system. We're going to inhale, bringing our arms above our heads, plugging our fingers into the stars, sitting up nice and straight. Inhale, finding a nice long spine. Exhaling, dropping our right arm behind our back like a second spine. Taking our left hand across our knee. Starting in our lower backs, finding a spiral up our spines. Using our hand on our left knee to bring us right up to that boundary. And with each breath, releasing slowly into the twist. Eventually taking our gaze over our right shoulder. Releasing, inhaling our arms back up to center. And exhaling our left hand behind our back, second spine. Taking our right hand, coming down over our left knee. Sitting up nice and tall. Using that breath as you move it up and down your spine to help release yourself into this twist. Bringing your belly button closer to your left hip. And eventually finding your gaze over your left shoulder. Releasing our hands here, inhaling our arms back up to center. Inhaling, reaching, and we're going to come down in a forward fold halfway on an exhale, keeping a flat back. See if we can't find a little more distance in our inhale, a little more length in our spine, and getting a really nice forward fold here. Coming down to wherever you can keep a straight back. Breathing into our abdomen here, just loosening the hips, loosening our lower backs.
Inflating that balloon with our stomachs. Coming up on our fingertips, finding a little space in our shoulder blades. Walking our hands slowly back towards our bodies on an inhale. We're going to keep walking past our bodies like we do. Fingers facing our bodies. Inhaling up. Bringing our belly button towards the sky. Keeping our neck in line with our spine. We're not dropping our head here. We're keeping it. Figure we all should be pros at this one by now. So a nice, gorgeous line of energy from the tip of our knee coming up through the crown of our head. Our arms are straight, our shoulder blades are pinched together here, finding space in between our collarbones. With each inhale, see if you can't find a more engaged gluteus maximus, pushing the belly button up closer towards the sky. Breathing into your heart chakra here, center of your chest. Inhaling, finding a little more lift, and exhaling slowly, bringing our bodies back down to the earth. Walking our hands back over to our knees. We're going to kind of just roll our shoulders. And then the other way, rolling them forward. It's cold out. We got to lay our jakes out. Coming in neutral here. We're going to inhale, find length up through the crown of our heads. Exhaling, taking our right ear to our right shoulder. We're going to place our hand on our head just as a weight. We're not pulling at all here. We're just encouraging an opening in the left side of our neck. You want your ear to be over your shoulder. You don't want to be facing down. You don't want to be facing a little back. You want to be directly on the side. Your left shoulder is pushing down. Releasing your hand. Inhaling, sitting up nice and tall. Exhaling, taking your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your left hand up. Breathing into that tight feeling in your neck. Releasing, inhaling back to center. We're going to drop our chin down towards our chest, letting our head hang. On an inhale, we'll come to the right shoulder. Exhale, we're letting our head totally hang back to center. Inhaling up to the left, so using your own breath. Inhaling, we're coming up. Exhaling, we're coming down. Meeting me back in center. Inhaling your head back up. We're going to come on over to our hands and knees. So we're going to start with our cat and cow. So just inhaling, dropping our belly, twisting our sit bones. Inhaling, finding space between the palms and our ears, pushing away. heel. Inhaling to center, so we can do this with our own breath. Inhaling to center, exhaling to one of the sides. Back to the center. We're going to inhale up our right leg, intelligent foot here. Bringing our left arm parallel with the mat. We're going to make a line of energy through our left fingertips all the way through the heel of our right foot. Pushing down through the top of our left foot. Checking in with our right hand, making sure that our index finger is facing forward. So we're engaged here. We're not just trying to make a straight line. We're trying to make sure also that we have an outward rotation of our inner thigh. We have a flexed gluteus maximus. We have a flexed core here. Two more breaths here. And on our exhale, slowly coming back down to the earth. Inhaling our left leg up, parallel with the mat, intelligent foot. Inhaling our right arm to meet it. So we're actively pushing down through that right foot. It is part of our pose. We're pushing the top of our foot into the mat. Our gaze, our drishti is directly down in front of us, keeping a nice straight neck. Two more breaths here. And releasing back down to the mat. We're going to tuck our toes here, coming into our first downward dog. So let's just bend both our knees here. I heard it called riding the bicycle. That's perfect for y'all. So we're just bending one knee, bending the other, pushing our heels towards the earth. Let's all bend our knees, bring our chest towards our knees, and then straightening straight up from there. Aligning our sit bones. Nice downward dogs. We're going to inhale up our right foot. Parallel with the ground, flat, intelligent foot. Checking out with our weight disbursement here. Spreading it out 3 ways. And then our inhale, bending our knee, dropping that leg over our left side. Using the weight of that right leg to find an opening on the right side. You should feel it on the top of your right hip, up through your rib cage. Inhaling that leg back to parallel with the mat. And then slowly releasing it down to meet your left foot. Inhaling the left leg up, parallel with the ground. Inhaling, bending that left leg, letting it drop over the right side. Pushing down through your right heel. Inhaling your leg back to parallel with the earth. And slowly bringing that foot down to meet your right foot. We're we're gonna step or jump to the front of our mat. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. All right, so we're gonna start with Surya Namaskar, the old traditional one. So inhaling our arms up, making sure our shoulders are nice and soft on our backs. Bringing our hands to heart center, Samasthiti. From here, we're going to take a nice forward fold. Micro bend in the knees. Really twisting from our sit bones here, just letting the upper body hang. Just feeling that pivot. So on an inhale, we're going to step the right foot back as far as possible. Coming down on the right knee, untucking the right toes, coming up on our fingertips, finding like if we have nostrils right in the center of our chest. We're pushing our shoulder blades together here. We're finding a nice, this is a heart chakra opener pose. And then we're going to bring our hands flat to frame our left foot, pushing back into our plank position. So from plank, we're going to come into worm. So we're going to drop to our knees, and then we're going to go chest, nose, forehead, like we're pushing a marble with our nose. So keeping our elbows in, and bring our chest and our forehead. So our butt is in the air here, our knees are on the ground, our shoulders are nice and pushed together. We're going to untuck our toes by pushing ourselves forward. Coming up, baby cobra. So check in with your baby cobra. Your hands can be on the ground. Make sure all your weight's not in them. Tucking our toes here. Pushing back into our downward dog. Inhaling our right knee towards our nose. Stepping it through. Dropping our left knee. Flattening the left, untucking the left toes. Coming up. Then bringing our left foot to meet our right foot in a forward fold. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Alright, so that was like one round of it. So, inhaling our arms up. Exhaling our hands to heart center. Inhaling, finding a nice forward fold. Exhaling, being here for a moment. On our inhale, we're going to step our left foot back as far as we can. Bringing the left knee to the ground. Untucking the left toes. Coming up. Going into our plank position, push-up position. Dropping to our knees, dropping to our chest, dropping to our forehead, and then pushing through. Coming up into baby cobra. We want our shoulders pushed together here. Tucking our toes. Pushing back into our downward dog. Inhaling our left knee towards our nose. Stepping it through. Bringing our right knee to the mat. Untucking our toes. Finding a heart opener here. On an inhale, taking our right foot to meet our left foot in a forward fold. Inhaling all the way up, arms above our heads. Exhaling, taking a mini back bend. Inhaling, coming all the way across, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the right foot back, bringing our knee to the ground. Inhaling, coming up, heart opener. Exhaling, coming into plank position. Exhaling, lowering our knees, chest, pushing through. Inhaling up, baby cobra. Tucking our toes, exhaling. downward dog. Inhaling our right knee to our nose. Stepping it through. Taking our left knee down. Finding our heart opener. Taking our left foot to meet our right foot in forward fold. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, micro back bend. Inhaling, coming all the way over, forward fold. Inhaling, stepping the left foot back as far as we can. Taking the left knee to the ground, untucking the toes, coming up. Finding our plank. Exhaling, coming to our knees, our chest, our forehead. Inhaling, pushing that marble, coming up. Exhaling, tucking our toes, coming into downward dog. Inhaling our left knee to our nose. Exhaling, stepping it through, coming down with our right knee. Inhaling up. Exhaling, bringing the left foot to meet the right foot, forward fold. Inhaling, slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time. Coming to the edge of our mat here, we're going to take our arms, or the front of our mat, we're going to take our arms parallel here. Coming up on our toes, and slowly coming down, controlled, like we're against the wall here. And giving ourselves a little bit of a hug. And coming back into our plank position. We're going to practice our side plank again today. So we're engaging our core here. We want to make sure that our index fingers are correct. It's going to help our alignment through everything. So we want, imagine on your inner thighs that there's an outward rotation. So I'm talking the inward, this part of your thigh, you can almost like it's an outward rotation. That's going to help you engage, take some of the stress off your core. So we're here in our plank position. We're going to turn, putting our left foot, the left pinky toe, parallel on the mat. Taking our right foot and stacking it. Our right foot won't be on the ground at all. We can take our right arm to our hip, or we can go all the way up. Now wherever your gaze feels good here. And if you want, you can take your leg up. Brandon, lift your hip up so you're almost curving. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Nice, birthday person. 2 more breaths here. Bringing that foot back on top, bringing your right arm down to the ground, stepping back into plank. You can take a chaturanga here if you'd like, lowering ourselves to the mat, coming into upward dog, coming back into downward dog, and coming into plank. So I'll offer you to take a chaturanga if you want, and when I say a chaturanga, I mean the lowering down, upward dog, downward dog. So we're back in plank, we're checking in that our positions are perfect, taking our right foot, putting on the side of the mat, taking our left foot, stacking it. Each side will be, one side will be stronger, guys, so try your hand on your hip. If not, plug it in. So whatever feels good for your neck here. Do you want to look up? Do you want to look straight? Whew. You want to do the wild thing? All right, there we go. Three more breaths here. Bringing our left foot down to meet our right foot. Bringing our left hand to the mat, turning our feet. Plank position. You can take a chaturanga here if you like. And meeting me back in plank position. So taking our right foot parallel with the mat. So we're gonna do wild thing here. So we're gonna start on side plank, stepping the left foot behind us so it's right where it's parallel with your knee, and finding an opening here. Nice, Stacy, that's beautiful. Brennan, spread your legs a little wider. You too, Marty. Should be wider, yeah. And your left foot should be flat on the ground. So, 2 more breaths here. Inhaling back to our plank position. Taking a chaturanga here if you like. Meeting me back in plank position. Taking the side of our left foot, placing it on the earth. Taking our right foot. Getting our side plank here. Taking and bending that right leg. Stepping it directly over. And when you explode in wild one, push that last big toe down into the earth. If you feel like your shoulder hurts, you're not engaging your core enough, taking your right thigh, external rotation. 2 more breaths. Inhaling back to side plank and back down to plank. You can stay and hold plank here, or you can take a chaturanga. Meeting me back in plank. We're going to take our knees the width of the mat, coming into our first child's pose. We can have our knees together, or we can have them spread here. Breathing into our abdomens. With each breath, loosen our hips up. Walking our hands towards our body on an inhale. We're going to come up just on our knees like this. Do a little camel pose. Not camel toes, camel pose. So, we're going to inhale, finding height, finding length to the crown of our heads. And as we exhale, we're going to take a slow back bend. Now, if anyone has lower back problems, then who has lower back problems? Okay. So we're going to take a little back bend. We're going to see if we can just kind of find out where our feet are. We're not taking it all the way. So now, tuck your toes. Come back. Pushing our shoulders together here. Our feet are in line with our hips. If we can't reach, we can grab our elbows behind our backs. Those of us that are in the modification, as we release, as our spine releases into this, we're breathing in through those collarbones. As we get deeper in this pose, we can try flattening our toes to the earth, still touching our heels. So your neck is in line with your spine here. You're not just dropping out. You're got a nice curved line of energy. Two more breaths here. Big opening in the chest. If you have a love intention. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, going back into our child's pose. So we're going to just come up, get a good measurement here with our arms. We're going to go ahead and prepare for our headstand. So, I need a camera though, because these are birthday headstands. One thing I've been noticing as you guys do this, make sure your thumbs are up And also, try unlacing your pinkies. Sometimes it's more comfortable if they're not like directly laced. I also noticed I'm not super laced like this. I'm more like, where it's like whatever is a comfy part for your digits. And it should come right about to your hairline is about where your pinkies are with this. I feel like the biggest part of this pose is getting this your head nestled in there. All right, so we're gonna start off with dolphin. So inhaling up and slowly walking our toes towards our face, keeping a, oh, I thought that was Marnie's phone. I need to take a picture. Okay, so.
It's in that, or maybe it's in my jacket.
Okay.
Or in that bag right there.
It's right here. All right, so now inhaling up your right leg parallel with the earth, maintaining a nice straight leg. Exhaling that foot down to meet your other foot. Inhaling up the left leg parallel with the earth. Engaging the core here. Getting used to the head feeling. All right. Exhaling, releasing that foot down and meet your other foot. See if your toes can't get a little closer to your face now that we did those stretches. Inching towards your face. So now we're going to inhale up the right leg all the way, not parallel with the ground, all the way up. And as if there's a strap to your left foot's going to come up and meet it. So by pulling your right leg so high up, it'll start to pick your left leg off the ground. Or maybe it's better on your left side. Maybe for you, it's inhaling the left leg up and then bringing the right leg. So from here, when you are in the pose, if you point your toes and start to bend your legs over the back, that is a beautiful. Yes!
Yeah, I was just gonna take a picture! I was like, where's the camera?
You don't have any space to All right, I'm ready. I just laid it on the top.
Okay, Stacey, I'm gonna just take photos of this.
Nice. Ooh, look at you, core engager.
Hang on.
All right, so just, there you are. We gotta get them together.
Let me check camera.
There's Stacey there.
How do I do this?
Get it from the side.
Oh my god.
What's this?
Where's the sound? Okay, all right. Ready? You got it, Stacey, for a sec? All right, and go. Go. Yay! Do you want to try it?
Oh, okay, I got one good one.
You want to go? Sure.
I got one really good one.
I'm like, I got your back, girl. So, yeah, so
I
it's,
always feel like my fingers aren't because they're like squished really bad in my hand. Like that's like the hardest part of that.
it's like smashing it.
Yeah, like they hurt.
That is
It's
so
like
bad.
squishing your fingers.
Oh, my hands felt so tender.
So release your
Oh my
fingers a little, like once you
Okay,
get
I don't know
there,
how to get back
so they're
there.
not totally smashing.
But
You know what I
there's
mean?
two. One piece not up, one is.
Oh, cool. So inhale your,
I think it's really good.
and we'll just start to walk towards your body first. All right. So feeling what that feels like. So then taking our, this leg up, till it pulls the other one up.
I'm gonna get it from that next part.
All right.
Oh, there's one.
So
Okay.
hold them together. Look at that shit.
Get a picture. Don't let her go.
I'm not.
Okay.
God, my phone is like so slow. I can't. She's gonna die. I know. You gotta stay there, Brenny. Camera failed. Oh, thanks. We don't need a camera. It's just flat.
One leg come down this way.
Where's the camera? Where is it?
Could that be any plainer stated camera face?
Where's my neck?
By your coat.
Okay, camera failed.
Okay, let's see. We'll have to try it one more time.
There's nothing like plugging back into the earth the opposite way that you spend 90% of your life not plugging into the earth. It's an energy recharger. This is good for insomnia.
All right.
What do we get anything working? Coming back into our child's pose.
Ah! Fuck. That's really, is that like... Okay, Adam, you still have to probably train it out.
Oh, did you get the camera to work?
I can use mine. Camera failed.
Okay.
All right, sister.
Yeah. Going up into her dog and walking as close as we possibly can to her face. So, yep. There we go. Now being there for a second, feeling what your head part feels like. Inhaling up the right leg. And bringing the left leg up to me. I'm just going to put my fist there. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon's headstand's in.
Not long enough. Fran is gonna...
He's got that shit. Alright.
Oh my goodness. You totally got up without help though.
So, coming onto our backs,
Yeah, but I didn't stay up.
we're gonna do some
Steps, right?
plow/shoulder stand with a few twists. So coming onto our backs, feeling all that fresh blood rushing through our bodies, fresh prana. Zipping our legs up together, inhaling them slowly up, like we're going through molasses till both legs are straight up. We're going to find our shoulder stand here. So using our hands and our lower backs, engaging our core, we should be straighter than we've ever been this week. So try to get a nice straight line. Beautiful. Beautiful. Check in with your elbows if they're not super wide apart. You don't want that. So on an exhale, dropping your right leg, keeping it straight, left foot, dropping that knee towards your nose. So your left foot can stay pointed, or you can flex it if you'd like. Your right knee is coming towards your nose with a straight leg. Yes. Keeping our stomachs engaged here. No, just let it be. Keep it engaged. Inhaling the right leg up and exhaling the left leg. our right leg straight back behind us. Inhaling that knee back by your ear. Exhaling the left leg straight. Massage your foot here. Breathing into the back of that left hamstring. Inhaling it back by your ear. We're going to take both legs, straightening them now. Spine of our toes touch the earth. I feel like we should all be super good at this now. Tucking our chin in towards our chest, we're going to take our arms and reach down towards our feet. So we're taking our arms like happy baby from the inside. So your arms are coming out through the inside, holding your feet behind you. Here, now that our hands are on the inside of our feet, or at least on the inside of our calf, the inside of our leg, we're going to spread our legs. So we're just moving our legs out as far as we can where they still touch the ground. So we're kind of doing a spread eagle here, making a few with our legs, trying to maintain straight legs. Inhaling our legs together, zipping them up. Bringing our hands back to the base of our spine, dropping our knees to our ears. Shooting our legs back up, shoulder stand. Finding height here, finding a nice straight back. And slowly easing your body back down to the earth. All the way, both legs. Keeping our knees bent, we're going to do some wheel. So, measuring that our heels are touching our little fingers, keeping our big toes quarter inch towards each other, maybe giving a slight tuck of our shoulder blades, prepping for this pose. So we'll all do just bridge together to start. We can interlace our fingers underneath our bodies if we'd like. So on an inhale, raising our sit bones, like there is a string from our belly buttons to the stars. We're actively pushing inwards on our thighs together like we're holding a block. We're pushing down through our pinkies if we have our fingers interlaced underneath us. We're pushing down the opposite way our belly button is going with our arms. That's creating a space and an energy that's lifting us up, finding height. Making sure our chin is down towards our chest, being nice to our necks. Our bums are flexed here. Inhaling, finding height for 2 more breaths, nice and high. Exhaling, slowly lowering our bodies back down to the earth, moving our arms out of the way. Envisioning full wheel. So we can just take that expression of the pose again, or we can take our hands, flipping them down towards our toes. So we want our palms by our ears. So from here, it's kind of a half production. So when we first come up, when we try wheel, we can come up like we do sometimes with fish pose and gently push up, landing on the crown of our head. And then from there, we can go for a second round of the higher lift. and I will come around and help you guys get to that second round. So pushing down through the palms of our hands, pushing down through them, pushing down through our feet. Come on up onto your crown of your head. So, beautiful, Stacy. So coming up onto the crown of your head, try to not put all the weight in your head. Try to be on the crown of your head, but using your arms as resistance so you're not, yes. Nice. Beautiful. Wow, dudes that's good. Held up. Ooh, you got it though. Slow her down. Nice, Marnie. Coming back on our backs, we're going to do a little fish pose. So zipping our legs up together, pushing down through our big toes. Our palms are flat on the earth. Our elbows are in towards our bodies. We're going to inhale, coming up on our elbows, pushing down avidly through our big toe. Now in here, you can let your shoulders cave in. You want them back. So you're pushing that wall up there. Your head is hanging behind. You're breathing into those two imaginary nostrils in your chest. And once we're here for a few breaths, we can tap the crown of our head, plugging it back into the earth. Breathing into our heart chakra here, finding a nice opening. Inhaling our head up and exhaling our bodies down to the earth. So slowly coming up to sitting, keeping our feet nice and flexed. We're going to inhale up. Exhaling, coming halfway. Getting that little bit more we know you can get right here. And forward folding. Breathing into the backs of our hamstrings. Inhaling, walking up our legs back towards our bodies. We're going to take our right leg, taking it over our left leg. So taking our left hand behind us like a second spine, taking our right arm, inhaling, finding leg, and dropping it over our knee. Oh, wrong hand, guys, I'm so sorry. So taking our right hand as a second spine, inhaling up our left. And as we exhale, we're going to come over here. We can keep our hand like this. This will help you sit up straighter, actually, believe it or not. Checking out with your left foot. This you can kind of slouch. So keeping your left foot flexed. Using that contact point to come right up to that boundary. With each inhale, sitting up nice and tall, plugging down through those sit bones. Each exhale, that belly button should practically be touching your right hip. Two more breaths here, seeing if we can get a little more twist out of it, wringing out our organs here. I've been sitting here wondering
our bind. So we're gonna inhale, taking our left hand this time as a second spine. Inhaling our right arm up. Notice that you can even probably you might be sitting in your back seat, you might not even realize your sit bones, you can be sitting more forward here. That's gonna help with your bind as opposed to low rider style sitting. So try to get really up under those sit bones. We're inhaling up. We're reaching down towards that flexed foot, wrapping around our knee, then meeting that with our left hand. Look at you. Do you always get it? Yeah, you do. You're winning. Good. Marnie's going to have it next week. So keeping our left shoulder back, pushing in with our right shoulder, checking in with our left foot, making sure it's still nice and flexed. Fighting to sit up here because it's kind of like the bind's pulling you down and you're almost fighting to sit up nice and straight. 3 more big breaths here. Releasing our hands here, bringing our right foot to meet our left foot, inhaling our arms up, coming down to our forward fold here, feeling the difference in our 2 legs. Your right leg should feel way longer. Inhaling, walking our hands back towards our body, taking our left leg, crossing it over our right, keeping a nice flexed right foot, taking our left hand behind us like a second spine, inhaling up our right arm, plugging it into the stars, finding that height there. Exhaling, coming down, crossing over that knee. You can bend your arm if you'd like, it'll help. Kind of like when we do our side crescent with prayer hands. We've got that energy there. So make sure your left foot's flat on the ground. Nice work. So we're using that right arm as a lever. Get that belly button towards that left hip. Flushing out all the toxins in our organs. Each inhale, bringing fresh prana. Ooh, I just got a little deeper in that. 3 more breaths here, guys. That belly button towards that hip on this last breath. And releasing, taking our left foot, bringing it next to our right foot. Checking in with our sit bones. Are we sitting up on them? So, inhaling up our left arm, taking our right arm down our spine. Getting nice and tall here, coming forward as if we're going for your right toes. Then coming around and finding your hands here. So we want the right shoulder to be avidly pulling backwards. We're avidly sitting straight up, keeping a flexed right foot. Two more breaths here. And releasing. So we're going to come into reverse tabletop now. So what we're going to be, our hands are going to be facing out. So we're putting our hands underneath our shoulders. Our legs are where they'd be if we were in bridge pose. We want to have a nice flat line between our knees. So get comfortable here. Make sure that your hands are feeling comfortable, that your shoulders are sitting in your socket right. So your index finger should still be the one pointing here. Find a comfortability here. Engage the core. Take some weight off your arms. Engage your core.
as we inhale our right leg. So flexing our right leg, maintaining height in our stomach area. Two more breaths here. And releasing our right leg. And inhaling up our left leg. Maintaining a lift through our sit bones. We're not sagging here. Engaged core, outward rotation of our left inner thigh. That'll help hold you up. Two more breaths here. And releasing that leg to the ground. And releasing our bodies to the ground. Taking our arms, giving ourselves a hug. From hug, we're just going to go ahead and take our feet the width of the mat here. Coming up into our squat position. So if we can't be flat on our feet, then we can be up on our toes. So here, we're sitting up nice and tall. By using Samasthiti to heat, we're pushing down, creating that area of energy right around our heart chakra. So you're actually pushing against, once again, you have that, come right up to that boundary. So you can push, you can move these in more to get more of a hip opener. If you need to move your elbows more down your thigh. So with each inhale, finding length. Each breath, just channel that into your hips and it's okay to open up. Releasing our hands to the mat. We're going to prepare for our crow. So, putting our fingers, so from where our arms just were, we should be right in a place to just tuck them right up. See how little I moved? So don't get too far from your squat position because you're halfway there in the perfect setup. So from there, you're just coming up. So I want us to come up, tucking our knees up in our armpits as high as we can get them. Let's lift our right foot off the floor. Oh, that's me. Don't hurt yourself yet. So we got our right foot off the floor. Come be with us, Marty. Right foot off the floor. Engaging our core here too, believe it or not. So where are we looking right now? We're looking 12 inches in front of us. Our neck is cricked back. We're looking forward. And drop the right foot. Inhaling up the left foot. Flexing that left foot. Engaging the core here. And releasing the left foot to the floor. Alright, moment, right? So now we're re-tucking. We're keeping that dristy forward. We're lifting up the left. We're lifting up the right. I love to fly. Nice, Brennan, sorry. Woo, I'm off tonight, I'm a little off. You got this, money? Yes, ma'am, it was so beautiful. You had it. Okay, come on, we got this. All right. So we're here. So we're gonna, let me see this. Yes, ma'am. So let's do it. Let's look forward. Like avidly be looking forward. And then I'll let you come into me. So don't be afraid to put that forward lean. I got you. So push towards into my hands. chick. So I'm gonna take some pain out of your ears so strong. Rest your knees on this like it's a shelf. So the flatter look, the flatter I can get this, like see how that looks, how it's like flat like this, like then the easier of a shelf it's gonna be. So that's why leaning forward is so important, so you get that bend, tucking these up, and then you. So come into me, I'm gonna spread your fingers wider so that way you have like a, yeah. I know you already had it, I just want it to not be as uncomfortable. Come towards me, follow me. Look forward. Yes. Yes. Nice. Alright, tap around up. Look forward, you're not looking out. Look up. Oh, sick. Fly, baby, touch some toes. Toes touching? Good. It feels good. It feels so solid. When you know how unsolid it feels? When you finally get it?
Yeah.
It's like surfing, you know? It feels, and then when you finally catch a wave, you're like, oh. Nice. Dude! So guess what? Next week we're gonna learn baby crow. Which is, you get up on this, and this leg goes straight. I have to learn how to walk you guys through it, but it looks awesome. So it's like, one is on here, and one is like flying. And I have a new bind for you guys next week too, so cool. Alright, so come onto our bellies. So taking our right cheek to the mat. So we all know both pose now. So I'm not going to go over so much of the details of how we're getting into it, but I want us all to try to get to where we can do bow pose today, to where we can rock on our hips with our breath. So focus on your breath, your Bday breathing right now, thinking about how we breathe into our abdomens, filling them up, and how if we were in a bow, that our stomachs could be rocking us back and forth. So we're gonna inhale, reaching back, grabbing our feet. So we're keeping our knees in line here. We can bring our forehead to the mat. So we're gonna do this like bridge pose instead of the two-parter today. So we're gonna do the full expression, and then we'll do the full expression again. So we'll do the first time not as long and the second time longer. So we're gonna kick into our hands, lifting up our chest. We want our thighs off the mat at all costs if we can. And if we're not getting them off the mat, we're not kicking into our arms hard enough. See how when I breathe? And releasing, taking our left cheek, releasing our legs back down to the earth, left cheek to the mat. Inhaling, reaching back, grabbing our feet. Envisioning a beautiful bow that's good for hunting, that's perfectly shaped. Thinking about all the core work we're doing, we're strong enough for this. So on an inhale, kicking into our feet as hard as we can. Smashing those shoulder blades together, lifting through the hip bones. Kick higher. One more breath here. And releasing to the mat, taking our left cheek to the mat. mat. Pushing into our child's pose. Tucking our toes, pushing to our downward dog. Stepping or jumping to the front of our mat, forward fold. Inhaling, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to step our right foot back. We want our right foot plug in with our left heel. Inhaling our arms up. We're going to kick our hip out. I'm ready for some Trikonasana here. So we're kicking our hip out. Our shoulder blades are down our backs and smashed together. We have an engaged core here. Our left leg is straight. So as we're looking over our finger, try to reach as far as you can. Coming down, either keeping your right arm up or taking it to your hip. We want to act like we're in between two panes of glass. We want that upward rotation of our, maybe reach and grab your rib cage, give it a twist. Pull it open towards the sky. Push down through that right pinky toe. That right leg is not just there. We're actively pushing down, rooted on that back right part of the foot. Two more breaths here. Releasing our arms, we're going to take our right foot, step it up towards our left foot, bringing both feet to face the same way towards the front of our mat. We're going to find a nice forward fold here. So check with your hip bones. You want to be up in the air and you're folding over from them. From here, we're either finding our elbows, our wrists, or we're interlacing our fingers and finding a really big shoulder opener here. So we're pushing down through our back right heel. Releasing our hands, rolling our spine up one vertebrae at a time. Woo. We're going to inhale up our right arm, finding length here. So if we're on a tightrope, we can spread out a bit. We're going to come down halfway, find a little more length. We're going to come to the outside of our left foot here, or our left calf. We're going to take our left elbow opening or shooting up. So this is a tight twist. You might even feel this in your sternum, that area in between where your rib cage meets. So pushing that right shoulder out towards the front, taking that left shoulder back. Two more breaths here. And releasing our hands down in front of our left foot. So we're preparing for standing split. So root down your left feet, your left foot, and inhale up your right foot. So this isn't the one where we're taking our knees close to our nose. This is the one where we're trying to have a nice straight leg that is parallel with our shoulders. Flexing the right foot. Exhaling the right foot to meet the left foot. Forward folding here. And stepping back the left foot, preparing for Trikonasana. So getting our coordinates right. Getting our arms out, shoulders down our back. Our hips are square. We're gonna kick that hip out. Start leaning forward over our right middle finger where our drishti is. We're looking right over that middle finger. Coming down slowly. And then finding our left hand at home. Maybe grabbing our rib cage, giving a little pull open. Pushing down through that left foot. Now don't crunch the right side body. We should have an engaged stomach to where we're not just crunching right there. There's integrity there. One more breath here. Twisting up towards the sky. Exhaling. Releasing our hands. Taking that left foot, stepping it up. About a foot. Finding a nice forward fold here, straightening both legs. We can take our arms to whatever modification we'd like. Interlace fingers. We can grab our elbows or wrists. Now we don't have to be on a tightrope here either, so find width in your feet if that makes you feel more stable. Breathing into the back of the right leg, pushing out through the left heel. Actively pushing out through that left heel. Two more breaths here. Releasing our arms. Taking our left hand on the outside of our right foot or on our right calf, and then taking our right arm up. So if we have to get off the tightrope here, we can. Feeling, this is one of the few stretches where you can just feel right where your meridian is. Right where you rip in half almost. It's just opening up through your shoulder. Bringing that belly button towards the right hip. You can feel it along the right back, gluteus maximus. Two more full breaths here. Releasing, taking your hands down to frame your right foot. Plugging that right foot into the ground. Inhaling your left leg up. So you're keeping your hip parallel to the ground here. We're not stacking our hips here. Our core is engaged. The right foot, forward fold. Inhaling up one vertebrae at a time. Stacking our spine like building blocks. All the way up to the top. And plugging back in our kind of light there. So we normally do standing sequence earlier, or balancing sequence. We're going to do it now. Maybe we'll have better balance because we did some other stuff. Balancing first. So last time I made a goal for myself to not tip over in our sequence, and I didn't. So it was really a good accomplishment feeling. So let's try to find a really good drishti. See if we can't make it through all the modifications in tree. So taking our left foot first, plugging it down into the earth, rotors, bringing our hands to heart center. Just centering like a strong tree. Maybe gently closing our eyes, envisioning branches
hinges and roots. Just covering that left foot, grounding you. Plugging in like we're on a pole with a beam of light above us. Blinking our eyes open, finding a nice drishti. Now revisit your intention here. Which should either be no words or one word or an image just in your head. So inhaling up the right leg. Keeping our right foot flexed. Taking our left hand to our hip, right hand coming open. So we're pushing our right shoulder back. We're standing up tall. Inhaling back to center. Finding our tree. Oh, Marty, we had it. I blame my pants. There's another side. Inhaling our branches up. That's what I get for blowing my own horn. Strong trees. Oh, Stacy, you had it so long. Inhaling our hands to heart center and slowly releasing our right leg to the earth. All right, we got this next side, y'all. For those of us that snowboard regular footed, this is our side. So planting our right toes down in the earth, bringing our hands to heart center, picking a new drishti, maybe a foot over. Clearing our minds here, inhaling up the left leg. Taking our right hand to our hip, opening up that left leg. Outward rotation of your left thigh here. Shoulders are back. Inhaling our knee back to center. And plugging into our tree. Branches. Inhaling our hands to our center. And slowly releasing our left leg to the ground. Woo! Brandon had it on the second side. Good job. Gold star. So I figured we should try our dancing Shiva again since we loved it so much. And eventually I want a picture of all your toes behind your head. So we're going to do a little, so we know what that looks like. So we're going to visualize, I'll get us into it, but we're just going to visualize what it looks like. And it's almost like our plow pose, right? So we're kicking into our hand, and that's giving us the lift through our chest. So both feet are flat on the ground. We're going to inhale up our left foot behind us. We're going to take our left hand, grabbing the outside of our foot. So we're like a widget now, like we're like a, I don't know, teeter-totter. So as our right arm comes out, so inhale your right arm parallel with the mat. You want your energy in, you want down or up, you want your hand like this. So you've got a good hold, like almost where your foot creases. It's not all on your calf, it's not all on your foot. It's right in that nice bendy area there. So as you lean forward, kicking out in your hand, find a drishti. It will save you. So as you kick into your hand, oh, hi toes over your head, Pocahontas. That's like, hey, So find your dristy straight ahead of you. And go in, you can go in steps. So kick a little more, kick a little more. Because I find that getting into this pose, I end up micro bend. Once I'm in this pose, I end up straight. So feel that out too. I don't normally do a straight knee, but for this pose, it feels really good. Let's see, come on. So start. So you're getting good balance here. Hit this. This actually gives you balance to just be like this. Yes. Just holding your hand forward like that. So as we kick, we're bending. I'm going to hold you while you're doing it. So go back to your, yep. Kicking out. Now, does it feel like you're straight in your knee or not straight in it? Your right hand. Yeah. Get comfy. Now kicking out. So lean more forward. You got this. Okay, so lean forward first before you start kicking. Lean more forward, more forward. Yes! You saw it. Got the flavor. Stacey, I don't have to help you. You're waving at me with your toes behind your head. That was beautiful. Alright, so try the other side. We always have a better side, right? So we just did our left toes. We're doing our right toes now. Planting them down into the ground. Plugging back in that beam of light that holds us up, our center foundation. Inhaling up our left foot. Finding a nice comfortable position in our hands there. This is a good way to start. Put your hand out. It's almost like doing tree pose in a weird way. So then find our dristy straight in front of us. Now look at how incremental it is. My leg's not even doing anything yet. Until I get to here, then I'm up. Oh, beautiful. Spread your toes out a little bit more, Stacey. You have such small feet. Even for me, I have big feet, but it really does help. There's a camera now, Stacey. It's such pretty dancing Shiva. You got this, Marnie. So come more forward before you do anything with your leg. The legs at the very end, it's almost like you're folding forward, like our Trikonasana, reaching, and then using the leg at the very end to create that energy space. All right, let's see if we can't get a 2-breath count out of it, and I'll leave us alone. So inhaling out the left leg, bringing our arm out, finding our dristy on the wall in front of us. So taking it, reaching like Trikonasana, reaching, activating that leg. Nice. Bravo, I saw that girl. Like, right. Sickness. Very, very cool. All right, so we're gonna just take our legs. Guys, make your legs nice and wide. We're just gonna do a nice forward fold here. Just reaching out towards the edges of our feet. Walking our left hand to our right foot, taking our right arm up. We want our gaze to go with our fingers on this one. This is a deep twist. It's going to take a little more to get into. Bringing that right belly button towards the right hip. Nice. Running, that looks great.
Exhaling that hand down, coming back to center. Inhaling the right hand to the left foot. Bringing the left hand, plugging it up into the stars. Or maybe it feels better in our hip. Taking our gaze off our fingertips. You can feel yourself sink into this twist. Keep taking that left hand towards the left side of your body. It's going to help you get that belly button crunching more and more over. Releasing, coming back to center. Bring our hands to the floor, heel toeing our feet in together. Inhaling up, one vertebrae at a time. Bringing our arms parallel with the mat when we get here. Coming up on our toes. Slowly sliding down the wall. Controlled here. Giving ourselves a big hug when we get here. Just squeezing our organs. Then release our bodies down to the mat. Bringing our hands into cactus position, zipping our feet up, zipping our legs up, but we want our feet to be flexed. Intelligent feet here. We're going to inhale our legs up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, pulling down through both heels. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hovering here, not coming all the way down. Inhaling back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling, pulling down through our heels, nice and slow. 4, 3, not coming all the way to the earth. 2 inches above the ground. 1, and hold. Engaging our core here. And inhaling up slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pointing our toes at the top. Coming down slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming all the way to the mat. We're going to inhale, bending our knees up. We're going to take our right leg, our right ankle, put it on our left knee. Taking our cactus arms, reaching through our left thigh, reaching behind our left thigh. Flexing both feet here, protecting our knees. We can pull our left knee gently towards our nose, but we're not lifting our head off the mat here. We're just making sure our chin is tucked down towards our chest. So we can use that right elbow to push that right leg out here. Releasing our left leg back down to the ground, uncrossing our right leg. Inhaling our left leg up, left ankle on our right knee, taking our hands through, lacing them behind our right thigh. Flexing both feet here. Maybe using that left elbow to push into that left leg, finding a little more stretch in your hip. Releasing our right leg back down to the ground, uncrossing our left, inhaling our cactus arms back up, windshield wiping our legs with our breath. So on an inhale, lifting, on an exhale, falling. Coming back to center, inhaling up our happy babies. Just giving our lower backs real quick. Hello to the earth, pushing our backs, lower backs from right to left. Maybe trying to grab your foot the opposite way. If you always grab it from the outside, maybe grab it from the inside. Bringing the soles of your feet together. Doing a nice butterfly. So, keeping your arms straight, fold your feet together. Releasing our butterfly down to the earth so our soles of our feet are staying together. Coming down to the earth. Flipping our palms up next to our bodies. Taking our first Ujjayi breath here. Zipping our legs up straight. Inhaling our heels off the mat. Couple inches. Crinkling our toes. Flexing our muscles as hard as we can. Holding here, engaging our core, squeezing everything. Inhaling them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back down. Do it nice and controlled. You're headed for Shavasana here. Slow. 3, 2, 1. Your feet can splay open. Taking our hands, making fists. Maybe doing the gun show. Flexing everything here.